has been forever and a day since I have done a video. Please forgive me. And I figured since I've been away for so long, I would start with a Wip Parade, because I actually don't even think I did one last year. So I will do my Wip Parade and we'll go from there. I do have some fairly decent plans this year and getting some things done. We've had already a rough 2026. So as you can tell, I brought a cold with me in 2026, so that's wonderful. But first I should say, my name is Carey. I am known as the Patient Stitcher here and over on Instagram. I've been slowly posting back on Instagram again. I have been stitching, I just haven't stitched quite as much. 2025 wasn't a bad year. We just had a lot of happening. So I will update more in the video coming on Saturday, which this might come up the same day, but gonna go over all the video, gonna go over all the whips that I have. I actually don't even know how many I have, so I don't always keep count. So we're gonna put a counter somewhere up on in here, and you get to check out my lizards and my frogs at the same time. They probably won't do much, but I don't have a lot of space in my house, and I currently do not want to stay in my bedroom because I'll tell you that later. Anyway, so we will just jump in. I do not have any rhyme or reason to my videos today. I just know that we're just going to go through them, count them, see where they're at and what we're doing, and kind of go from there. So grab a drink, grab whatever you want to eat, hopefully something you want to stitch with, and enjoy the time. And if you are stitching something during this video, I want to know what it is, and I want to know what you're working on. Alright, so first off, this is probably actually my old, I can't say it's my oldest whip, but I'm pretty sure she's pretty old. And if you guys hear anything in your earbuds or whatever, I am so sorry, because it's hopefully not too loud. I don't even actually have a picture of this physically, so we'll work on that part of it. I need to get a stupid light, but this is a dimensions kit. I purchased this at it was either Joann's or, I don't think it was Hobby Lobby. It was either Joann's or Michael's when they actually did it, because we all know Joann's is closed. And I don't have even a name on it. That's how terrible it is. But it's a birth chart. It was supposed to be for a friend of mine, and her daughter, her daughter's so old now that I guarantee you they don't want it anymore. So let me fix this light issue, because it's going to drive me crazy, because every time I turn my head, y'all can't see anything. So with that being said, I guess I'm just going to show you where I'm at, and where are we at? Bottom? Turn it around. Turn it around. So this is the owl. It's supposed to be like a height chart, and like I said, it's dimensions. There, start. I'm actually quite a ways down. This part right here is the top part. The name will go on the top. This is the side where all the weight and everything else will go. And technically, I'm already at the bottom. I have not touched this in a few years, so just to show you, I should really just be. And then this, and then these two are sitting on a swing. So I really do not have far to go on it. I still actually really like it. I like that the owls are colorful. Am I going to give it to them as a gift? Probably not. May actually just use it for one of my grandchildren or something when they come in. So we'll see what happens with that. I will finish it just because it's already pretty much almost completed. So I would like to finish it. So that's project number 1. And I do believe maybe the oldest project I own. I'm trying to think, but I really think it's the oldest project I own, because the lighthouse that you saw a couple years ago, I actually finished that, which I thought was really amazing. And I'm trying to figure out where to put things so that I can, so if I get really close to you, because now I'm getting a chair to take some stuff. Alright, next project I have is, my husband's coming home, so just be warned. Hi, dear.
You parked right when I was about to leave.
Hold on.
Communicate.
And we're back. They didn't even know I was doing a video, which is totally okay. So the last project I picked out, I hadn't even started yet. So it just tells you how organized I am anymore. So this one is a memorabilia. This is what it looks like. I do believe it's called, let me find it because I can't remember anymore. So I did work on her quite a bit last year, before I got sick and a few other things. So she is called the Snow Queen, and it is by Nora Corbett. I do believe I stitched her on the 32 count Twilight Blue linen that they asked for. And this is where we are at. Yeah, I stitched quite a lot on this. I was trying to, if you were with me last year, I was trying to do this in sections. I did a January, February, March, April, May, and because I was going to finish it last year, and then I ended up getting sick, and lots of things didn't happen last year, so that's okay. But this is where we are at. Can you see? Oh, the backing is going to be terrible on this. So give me just a second. And this is where we are at. So I had this at the beginning of 2024, or in 2020, the beginning of my last one, and then I added all of this past year. So I did get quite a lot in and quite a lot done. So I don't know where I'm going to get with her this year, but she will get something. So that'll be however many stitches. I'm not sure what that will be, but I will probably put that in the next video as well for plans, as I'm already like 20 steps behind everybody else in the but it's not a competition. We're all here to stitch and hopefully get some things done, right? That's the whole point. So project number 2. Okay, let me see. Project number 3 has been it's been with me for quite some time as well. This is called Christmas at Home. I can't really show you what it's going to look like unless I find it, but this was just part of it. This is by Lakeside Needlecrafts. This was a SAL. I probably will never do any more SALs because I never finish them. So, or I can't keep up with them. Either or, doesn't matter. I still enjoy it. I still love it. And I did work on it this past year. So we got some, I'll remove my hair because y'all don't need to see that either. And this is stitched on the fabric that I got from them from the kit as well. And that is where we got. So I really did get quite a lot done, mostly in the rooftop and in his bedroom, which is cool. Get all this out of here. So yeah, I was pretty happy with where I got. And if I get some more stitches in this year, I don't know where it'll be, but it'll probably be to finish this area if I can, and then maybe work on this corner. But eventually I'd like to have this hanging up in their house. I think it'd be a lot of fun. So that one is good. It will come out again this year. I'll tell you about those plans. And so that was project number 3. You know I'm going to lose track, so I'll try not to lose track, but I probably will. And if any of you guys are working on these projects, you leave them in the comments as well, because I would love to know where you guys are at, what you're doing, and all those things. Bag I created and made. I need to also get back to doing that because I miss it. See? It's this, I don't know. I tried to close all the windows. So this is also a kit that I did. I'm actually trying to do this for my husband. Most of this is already painted. It's just certain sections that need to be stitched. Really, technically, I probably should have been done this a long time ago as well, but, you know, here nor there, right? And excuse my sniffly nose. I don't actually know if I actually took this out this year, which is kind of crazy. But it's a fairly large piece. This is where we are at. So this is all painted. All this is all painted. This was needlepoint. This is needlepoint. The rock over here is needlepoint. This area is needlepoint. I did start working on this area. I still need to work on the train area itself. This little piece of the house, I do believe. Yeah, there's this little piece of the house right here that I already did most of it. This So it's really not a lot of work, but this is the first one I ever did like this. It's actually not bad, and I really do like it. Um, but yeah, again, it's fun seeing things that you haven't seen in a really long time, isn't it? It's kind of a strange thing, but give me just a second. I'm going to see if that overhead light helps me out at all. Hold on. All right, we're back. Well, let's see how this works. I did put another light on. I do actually need to get some light, period, like actual lighting, but yeah. So, believe it or not, I think this one is about as close to finishing as you can possibly get. This is called the Cute Caroler Stocking. This is by Dimensions as well. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the only thing we need to do on this is the back stitching. I could be very wrong, but I think she's almost done. Yeah, I'm right. And here she is in her glory. And all she really needs to have done technically is the back stitching and a name. But I'm not putting names, if you've been around for a little bit, I'm not putting names on all the stockings until we know who's getting them all, obviously. And my girls are getting the first stockings. They have picked out their stockings, but until I finish everybody's, I will not finish these. So I will do the back stitching, but I will have to come back to this. So technically it won't be a fully finished project until the names go on. And if any, that may be a while. But anyway, so yep, I really love this. This is the second stocking. I did a stocking for a friend of mine for her daughter. And this is the second one that I finished. And I'm actually very proud of it. So this year, back stitching, so this is going to go in a specific pile that I can work on whenever I actually finish everything else. So she's going to be fully finished. See, look at that. I just did it. Nothing's helping me here. It's because it's so bright outside and so nice. I don't even know anymore. I look away and I don't know what it's doing. Okay, so this one is definitely going to go into a much different pile. Throw you over there. This one is one that my granddaughter has been bugging me about. So, actually, what number was that? See, I don't even know. That lighting is going to drive me crazy. 1, 2, that was number 5. So this is going to be number 6. Oh goodness, I didn't even know. So this is a project also by Lakeside Needlecraft. I do not have the photo, so I will put it right here or somewhere up on in here as soon as we figure out. I know I have a full photo of it. I know there was a couple of you that were stitching this at the same time, and I got really far, and then it just got dropped. Pretty much almost since I've moved here, which is terrible. But this past year was also terrible. So this is where we are at. I have finished pretty much the whole entire top, finished the whole second row, and now I need to work on the third row. There is some back stitching that needs to be done in all of this. I have finished some of it. I finished the shark, because I can't figure out. I wanted to call him Bruce. I am in love with the octopus. He's my favorite still. But there are some fish that are not done yet. So I tried to keep up with it as it went. See, they don't have anything. And there's also seaweed throughout this whole entire piece. So I am going to do the seaweed. However, the bubbles I'm going to actually be beading. So I'm going to put like either some white crystal. I don't know yet. So it is white thread, but I'm thinking of possibly doing like maybe, I don't want to say an aquamarine bubble. I don't know yet. So that'll probably be something. I might even post it over on TikTok and see if y'all answer some questions. See if you like it. I do go over there every now and then. So if you want to, I'll also have that in my next video as well. But she is definitely going to come out again this year. I did have goals to finish her this past year, and those goals fell to the wayside, unfortunately. And she's in a cute, I don't even know why I put her in a Christmas bag, but I made the bag, so. And it was empty, and there's no empty bags in this house. I gotta make sure there's no empty bags. Even though I think there's a few, which means I have to start something new. That's the rules. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. I just abide by them. I don't even know if there's any rules. But I do believe there's a rule about an empty bag. You can't have an empty bag. So this is also another one. You're going to see obviously I think you're just going to see a lot of stockings. I have an obsession with stockings, and I have an obsession with dimensions because I absolutely love all of it. But this is the Candy Cane Santa. I started this one. I have a lot of Santa stockings, but I think you'll see too, I'm a big Santa fanatic. I do love to stitch Santas. And I did work on this one a little bit, but this is where we are at with that one. Not too much. I think I really tried to finish this window pane this past year and got rid of all the threads that were like in the middle, but look at his face. Isn't that the sweetest face you ever saw? Love him. He's so stinking cute. So yeah, I would love to do some more on this stocking. Like I said, I don't know how far I'll get, but I really did get a lot of this down here done, and I was trying to do, if any of you understand, work on a 10 by 10 block sometimes with these. It just seems to make it easier and easier to follow, and it's just a lot of fun to do it like that. And I don't lose my place as much, and I feel like I don't use the thread, because in dimensions you only get a certain amount of thread. I find that I use less of the thread if I do like the 10 by 10 block area, and then I kind of know where I'm at, and I don't lose my place. That's a bonus too, because losing your place in those stockings can be it's a pain. All right, what do we have in this beautiful bag? Oh, again, I'm never going to do another sale in my life. So this, and I love them. I love the Witchy Stitcher. She has amazing things. I have ornaments saved that I've purchased. I have so much stuff, and I really, really want to do more. So this is the Cryptid Stitch Along. I'm going to show you where I'm at, and I don't even remember the fabric I used on this, but I think it's called Monster Mash. It is called Monster Mash. So this is the green. Look at that. It doesn't even come up on the screen like it. This is like green. Oh, right there. Oh, wait. Oh, look at that green. It is such a cool fabric. Oh, actually, hold on. It is called Monster Mash from Stitcher This Plus. It is on 36 count. And this is where I'm at. So I have pretty much worked on all. Let me get this side. Pretty much done 6 of them. I was working on the Chupacabra when I finished, or when I ended. So yeah, I love it on this month. I am a little skeptical and a little worried about doing the Loch Ness Monster, which is what got me into cryptids to begin with. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to go crazy with it, but I've done the Jersey Devil. I only did the back stitching in this one. I have not done the back stitching in Mothman, and either one of them. Enfield Horror, Jersey Devil, or the Chupacabra. But the Chupacabra is almost done. So technically, it wouldn't take very long to get it done. So we'll come back out again, but is one of my, oh, that green. I don't know what I'd ever stitch this on again, but I love this green. This green is one of my favorite fabrics. If I have anything left, then some of the ornaments from this Witchy Stitcher are also getting done on that fabric because I love it. Like, it's so cool. All right. I don't even know if you can purchase that anymore on their website, but I did reach out to them because I lost the other pieces to computer stuff, and they sent it to me, so they're really good. They're really nice. Let me see what we got here. Trying to keep all this away from you guys. Oh, I actually don't even think I worked on this past year. It's very sad, too, because it's an amazing piece. If I can get it out of my bag. It is Praiseworthy Stitches. This is Mummy's Moonlight Cafe. Did I actually... Oh, here's an example. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe I did this. I wanted to finish this in 9 months. And this is what I did. I did a copy of the actual piece. There we go. I was like, why is that in black and white? It made no sense to me. So this is the actual picture. And this is what I was doing. So I gridded off the piece and was going, oh, this is going to be January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. 9 months. So let's see where we're at, because that was the game plan, but I obviously didn't get very far. I think I did work on it, but I don't think I did actually. Now that I'm looking at this, it looks like the same thing I did before. And here's where we were at. Just the door. It's a cute door, but it's just a door. So this fabric is also, oh, it's Under the Sea Fabrics, which I don't even think they do fabric anymore. I don't even know. I couldn't tell you. It's on River Dyes. It is a 28 count Laguna. I think it's perfect for that house. So we'll see. I'm going to definitely try to get in and do this and get some more stuff done on it as well. And she's in a haunted bag. I would like to get some of it done. That would be cool. I don't think I'm going to do no game plans of 9 months because I don't think that's going to be possible. But all right, in the bag. Is anybody keeping count? I told you I'd already lose count. Just the way it goes. I love this fabric. I wish I could have more of this fabric. It's a very beautiful fabric. You shouldn't be shocked at what's coming up next. Dimensions Gold Collection. I do not believe I stitched on this at all last year. So some of you are going to see the exact same thing they saw a few years before that. And it's like it's halfway. It's over halfway. So this is where we are at. Look at this. Hold on. My nose is all being funky again. And that's where we're at. Isn't that gorgeous? I just want to like live in that house and just enjoy the view and yeah, that's it. So I would love to get back to her. She does have some more, so you saw where she's at. We are like literally like right here. Actually, the church is done, so we're pretty much like right here. So I have to finish like this half of it, which technically most of this will probably be stitching. Obviously, the tree will be stitching, but this all back here, that's all going to be half stitches. So it'll probably go fairly quick, but I just got to get back to it. This thing called time, which I don't ever seem to have any of anymore. So there's that. Let me see. So I have 2 more totes that I have to go through, and I'm going to go grab them, and then I'll be right back. Okay, second tote first tote, whatever. Y'all know what I mean. I have gotten more of my projects. This is killing me here. And going to start with this one, which again is probably not going to surprise you. This is actually going to be my daughter's, Alyssa's. She picked this one to be her stocking. This is Santa's Arrival stocking from Dimensions. I don't even know where to put anything. If you only saw what my area looks like right now. My kitchen table has been taken over by cross stitch. Not that it's a terrible thing. And this is where we are at. I did work on this a little bit this past year. I am actually very excited to get down to this section right here. It's got, again, most of the Dimensions little animals are down in that area, so I think that's the cutest little thing. I love cardinals, so that'll be fun. But I think that'll be, I don't want to say it's going to be a quick stitch, but I think we are very close. I have to finish like the other side of him, which isn't very much either, which is the Christmas tree in his sack, so that'll be a good one as well. So it'll be fun to get this out and put some more stitches in it. So there's that one. My daughter's, everyone's walking around like, Mom's doing a video. Okay, so that one's done. This is actually one that my husband got me when he went to Michigan. I started it and never finished it. It's not a very big piece. But my husband was stationed on the Mackinac, and this is what he got. So I thought this was really super cute. And this is where we're at. This is stitched on Aida. I'm not a big Aida fan, but y'all be laughing at me. That's what we got. I guess it's better than nothing, right? Okay, I'm gonna have to either keep looking at this or get really close to you guys, because obviously my screen doesn't like me looking down or around or anything else like that. Are y'all keeping track? And if you see me look in this direction, it's because all my projects are right here. This one, some of you that have been around for a while are going to notice, and they're going to be like, really, you never finished that? We don't judge. Wait, I mean, you can totally judge me all you want, but I'm trying hard not to. This is Christmas Journey. This is a Leisure Arts. This goes way back to, is this in 96? I think so. I started this in May of 2019. I'm assuming I did this for a Mania. Sure, it is Mania. I might actually do that this year. I don't know. So I started this March 8th of 2019. The bad part is she's still, this been in a while. I'm going to have to take her out of I haven't even taken her out of the frame. She's been in there for that long. Oh, Lord. Okay, she's still in this itty bitty Q-snap. Because I was actually trying to get her backstitched. So, it's like, where'd that frame go? Now I know. Okay, so here she is in all her glory. She is pretty much done. The only thing I'm needing to do now is the backstitching. Let me make sure. Yeah. Okay. So the only other thing that I was doing was filling in, oh no, okay, see? Glad I'm looking at it. So I was filling in this lamp, but I noticed there's stitching in the face that needs to be done. But I did the stitching in the face, hands, 1/1. So I will need to go back in and get that 1/1 done in the face before I can finish it. But honestly, you know, that last one that needs some back stitching, she's going in that pile as well. And I don't even know what I stitched this on. I will try to find all those details. I know I have them someplace, and we're going to put her in a pile to be completed this year because we are so close to getting that done. There's no reasons why we can't. So let me, all right, try to get it back in here and zip her up a little bit. Okay. Okay, what's next? Sorry if I'm getting really close to you, but I'm literally reaching for the stars here. Okay. This one did not get what I would have liked to have gotten done last year because I started it and I never went back to it because of all the things that have happened this past year. But this is, I will show you a picture of what it's supposed to be. It is called Jelly World. It was supposed to be a stitch along for 2025 through Heaven and Earth Designs, and this is all I got. I would like to get more on this one because I really did enjoy stitching it, but that's all we got in the Jelly World. So I might go back in and color complete color by color because that's what I'm doing for the one this year, which I will show you in my update video. We'll see what happens with that one. It may or may not even come close, get anything done. We'll see. If it doesn't get touched and it's something I don't want to do, then I probably won't do anymore. We'll see. Alright, so I have the, make sure I got it right. So this is a Nora Corvette. I do believe it's this one. Let me check. It is this one. So I have a Nora Corvette. I already finished the first one. The first one is over here. Beautiful, gorgeous. In this one, these are all going to be on one piece of linen. This is stitched on, I just saw my tag. This one is stitched on Crystal Alchemy 32 count Belfast from Picture This Plus. And my handy dandy bag. This is the one we're working on now. This one is this Dancer? It is. It's Dasher. So this one is Dasher. I messed up on this one with the bead selection part of it, so I'm trying to get the beads back. I need to get this one right here secured, these two, and then I have to do some beading over here in the corner and some beading at the top, and then honestly, she's pretty much done. I will be working on more of these or getting more of them done. They're going to go all on one. So we'll see what happens. I actually saw what someone did on one of these, and they actually put the names of the reindeers, and I'm actually thinking of doing that. But I am going to frame it as all one piece. I just think it's gorgeous. So you may see this a lot more this year because, you know, I get this little inclination to like, and honestly, to tell you the truth, at this point in time, I've forgotten how the reindeer go, and I did try to do it the right way. But you know what? I don't care. So if I get them right, I get them right. If I don't, I won't, and that's okay too. So we will see how that project goes this year, but yeah, probably won't be anything major for sure. All right, let me see. Oh, I think this is one of my favorite pieces. It is. Okay, this is, oh, and I don't even, because it's on my, so this is called Eyes of the Forest. And this is what it's supposed to look like. I was stitching this with Elle, and I didn't come close to finishing nothing, but Elle's gorgeous. So I will put her information right here as well. If you love full coverage and you love all of that, she is your girl. Like, she is a full coverage fanatic. She is amazing. She gets lots of work done, and she picks the most beautiful pieces. I love watching what she does. She's the one that encouraged me to pick this up and buy it. Unfortunately, bobbins.com does not have this pattern anymore, and I have looked to see if you could find it, and I've not seen it anywhere. So we got very lucky, and I jumped. As soon as I seen her purchased, I jumped. So literally, I think a few months after we purchased this, you couldn't find it. So this is where I am at with the Eyes of the Forest. I am in love. I love the fabric I chose for her. I love the fact that I changed her eye color. Her eyes are supposed to be blue in the original pattern. This one is called Enchanted Forest. It is from Be Stitch Me. It is on 32 count linen. And let me just cut the fabric. Okay, so here is where I am at. So I was debating on whether I wanted to keep her all on one fabric. I'm going to use this too for this background. I don't know why. It's just here. It works. So my goal was to stitch her all the way around. So I am, oh God, yes. Like this one makes me want to cry. I just love her so much. And I thank you, Elle, for turning me on to her because she's just gorgeous. Like, she's so damn stunning. Like, how, I don't know. I love owls. So this is my yellow eye, which I absolutely love. I think it turned out amazing. I think she's stunning. I think that you probably would feel better if my threads weren't in the way. So this eye is going to get done last. But I don't know. I love Elle's blue eye. And this is the first color conversion I've ever done. So I don't know if I did it correctly, but I'm not unhappy about it. I think she is absolutely beautiful, and we'll see how it looks when I do the other side. But so I love the trees. I was trying to get like this blue section, but now that I'm doing like this, I think I'm just going to do the whole thing. And then I'm going to keep this pattern or this as the border because I absolutely love it. And you can still see the fabric. So I don't think I'll use a border at all because this is the end. And it looks beautiful. So that's the end of it. And I think I'm going to do the same thing for this side, just to see where it looks, but I couldn't be any happier with this. This is probably one of my most favorite projects. I have not worked on her a lot recently, but it is definitely one of my most favorite projects. So when I get to finish her, I will just be ecstatic. And when I finally get my home, I will be more than happy to, I'll be just extremely ecstatic to get my stuff, and hang her up, because I will probably have a whole owl wall, because I did finish 100 owls from Owl Forest Embroidery. I finished that. So, yeah, no, she's just beautiful. This is another piece that I absolutely thoroughly love. This is called The Haunted Library. I never did finish this Sal. This is from Lola Crow. I jumped on this one too. I cannot tell you I will never do another Sal. If I see a Sal that I'm thoroughly going to just be drooling over, then I will probably jump. But, so when I saw this being stitched, I think I saw Steph and Pam stitch this. One of them was working on it at the time, and I jumped. I ran. I did the same thing I did with Elle. I ran and couldn't get there fast enough. And that was already started, but I didn't care. This is not the finished one. This is just what part of it looks like. And I took a piece of fabric that I had. I'm still praying it's going to be big enough, because let me tell you something. I get a little sketched out when I get going, but I think we're going to be fine. This is where we're at. So I did start up. I did some of it up here, and then I did the staircase. So I haven't gotten very far on it, but I really do want to get through with this one, because I love the whole stinking thing, and I do love reading. So I imagine someday in my life I'm going to have a library and I get to hang it up in there. That's my game plan. I'm so sorry, guys. All right, there's that one. I'm reaching. Let me just. All right, this one you guys have seen. If you've been following me for a little bit, you've seen this one. This is called Dream Catchers. This is from Leisure Arts. I was doing this for my daughter. And I did not finish her. I should have done that one as well, because honestly, she really does not have much more to go on her. She is absolutely stunning. I couldn't have imagined this actually turning out any better than it did. This is where we're at. She loves dream catchers. So technically, I only have to finish, I think there might be 2 lines in here. I've done all the feathers, and then I have to finish, this is a your, follow your dreams, and then the rest of the words. And really, there's not much left. I do believe I ran out of the color, one color, so you have to finish your, and then they are, I have to finish the hope and the future. And really, that's all there is left to this. Isn't that stinking? And this fabric, I don't even remember the name of this fabric, but it was, in my opinion, probably some of the coolest colored fabric. My nose is itching. Coolest colored fabric I thought I could have picked for this. It is like a pastel. So neat. Look at that. Oh, yeah, right there. Oh my gosh, yes. It is such a pastel color, but I think it brought out all of this gorgeousness. Yeah. I'm going to throw that in that pile. There's only 3 things in that pile. You can't tell me I can't get them done. That's 3. 3 out of my Wip Parade so far that I'm like, come on. If I just sit for a Saturday, which I'm going to try to pretty much do my Saturdays are pretty much going to be my full coverage. I'm going to try to get as much done on them as I can. And I'm planning on stitching. If I can stitch every day, I don't always get to stitch every day. Honestly, being sick doesn't help, because I really don't want to stitch when I'm sick. So there's that. Sometimes I just don't want to stitch when I'm sick. And I don't think anyone can blame me for that. I'm going to grab some of these so y'all get a real close-up of my face. You guys did see this one a couple times this year. I did purchase some stuff to make sure I could finish this one. This one is also a, this one is a Mirabilia. It's a Santa. It is called Winter White Santa. And I did the same thing with this one that I was doing with the other ones. I had taken this and I did, like, this was supposed to be January, and then February, March, April, May, blah, blah. 8 months, 4 months to bead. I was trying really hard. Last year I really had some big goals and I wanted to finish them. I did get derailed and that was not fair. So I got derailed real hard. But I did get some fairly healthy stitches in this one, which I was very proud of. Okay. And do I even know which way? I think it goes this way. It does go this way. So remember I was telling you I was going sideways because that's what January was. So here's the reds and I was going this direction. So I did get a fair amount of stitches in to go from there. I mean, I didn't do a lot, but I felt like I did fairly decent. And I love how the grays and blacks and reds kind of meet up on this. It's weird, but it's so cool. I just think it's neat. There we go. Get those grays and blacks, and then you got the blues and reds. They merge so well, and they look so stinking good. I love them. She will come out. She's definitely probably not going to be a finish this year, but she'll come out. She will. But I did purchase all of the things for her. I have his beads and everything else, so when it does become time to stitch, I can get it done. Who's keeping count? Alright, this is a Prairie Schooler. I did not think that I would actually like this, but I'm telling you, when I started stitching this, I fell in love with it. I have not gotten back to it very much, obviously, but this is called the Prairie Schooler. It's the night before Christmas. And I think this is just on some Lagana, honestly. And this is where we're at. I'm going to flip this up just in case the sun decides to come in and pour in on us. And this is where we're at. And I'm telling you, as simple as this may look or whatever, I don't know what it is about the simplicity of it, but let me get that in there. I thoroughly love it. Look at that. And it's really not very many colors. That's the whole point. I couldn't help it. So I know I finished this part off, and then I started coming in and working on the house. I have all the reindeer up, and then there's another piece right here, and then there's that saying at the bottom. So I pretty much have to finish this side right here, and then these two, and then the night before Christmas and Santa. I love it. I want to do this ornament because I absolutely think I'll make it into an ornament because I love it, and I love the Christmas tree one too. So it's just the other sides of each one of them. So I just think it's really beautiful. If I can get to them, I will because I really like them. Or I could make them all one big piece and finish those other sides. So I could do that as well. We'll see. Because it's really just half of what you already stitched. I might actually have to see if I can work on that. Huh. Might make mine a little different than everybody else's. Okay. Alright, what do we got now? Oh, I haven't actually. I did work on this once or twice, but not much. Ooh. We'll have to restart that. Okay, and let me see. Next up, I have probably the smallest piece for a big bag. Is going to be Midnight Owl from Mill Hill, and we are so close. I mean, when I say so close, this is where we're at. Just have that underneath right there. I need to work on getting that done and then beading, and we will be complete. So I think that that's pretty cool. This could definitely be something that I can just take on the road with us whenever we go somewhere. So that will be, and I'll throw that one over there too. This is probably another one that probably doesn't have too much longer on it. You know what I mean? But grab this here. There we go. This is Lizzie Kate, 100 Years. And don't think I really did much work on it here this past year, but I really did that. So I'm at Better place, yeah. So I pretty much did the whole entire one side of it, and that will be in the center. And I think I just lost a needle. That would be scary. It's on the floor somewhere. No one step on it. So I still have, so I got this part like right here done, and then I'll finish that. It isn't too, words don't take too long, so we'll go from, we'll figure that part out, but I think it's, will it get done this year? I can't claim that, but it would be cool. It'd be nice. Let me see. We'll see how that stitching plans start going this year, because I think that's really where we're at for now. So this is a Crickets collection for January. I want to say I might have 2 of them in this bag, but I don't think so. Maybe. And I'm doing all of these. I'm doing all of the seasons, and I'm doing all the months. So let me see. And we are, I did do 2 of them. So we'll see where February's at, because I put February on here as well. But this is where January's at. I mean, not too bad if you ask me. I mean, it looks really good. And then if we get to February, I started her on this side. Come on. Not very much, mind you, but I did start it. There you go. So when we get back to that, we'll tell you where that's at. And this is on 28 count vintage smoke white cashel linen. Is it 27? 28 count. So that was 2 projects in one. Definitely isn't going to happen this year. I could work on some stuff, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll do this one next. I didn't finish this one because I was waiting for thread, and the thread was out of stock for, like, I swear, the longest time. This, I'm going to leave it in the bag. This is from Glendon Place. It was a limited edition in 2019, and we had lost my husband's mom in 2018. So we did not, so I saw this and instantaneously said, we have to get it. It's very beautiful. I love the fabric. I love the threads. So the fabric is on pewter by Picture This Plus. It's 28 cashel, and this is where we're at. But I messed up. Where's my piece down here? But I messed up, so I didn't. I ran out of thread, so I had to undo thread, so I had to purchase some new thread. I love that thread too, so it's really beautiful. Let me get this one up here so you can see it better. There we go. So I really don't have much to go. I have to do the border, and I have to finish this part up here and this side over here, and then beading, and which isn't too bad. So once I get that part complete, then she'll be good to go. So I probably could put her on the, need to finish this year. She's very close, especially now that I have fabric for her, which is even better. All right, where did I put my, where did the bag go? Oh, I guess we'll put you right here for now. This one is Crosswings Collection. I do love me some birds, and so I started this one, and I do believe I worked on it for a few days. It's the winter feeder. Totally is like what happens in my backyard. Absolutely. There's a million of them. And I did it on this beautiful, gorgeous fabric. I love this fabric so much. But do you think we got very far? Nope. That is where we're at. So I have the pretty much, this thing is probably going to be so small, and I use this big old honkin' piece of fabric, but yeah, whatever. You know what? You live and learn. And I had the fabric, so why not? And I love this fabric. So I have the tree, working on the birdhouse, and I really just have to do like the snow on the bottom and the birds. So she's not very far off from being complete as well. So she may or may not just get thrown in that pile, and when I have an inkling to start something, I'll be like, no, you need to work on it. You need to finish it. That's what we need to do. Okay. Another one that, as to probably no surprise for you guys, is an owl. I did work on this for a little bit, but I didn't do much. It is the Snowy Owl by Mill Hill. And I'll put this behind it so you can see, and this is where we're at. So I pretty much got the owl done. I'm working up here on the moon area, which is really beautiful. Kind of can't wait to get over here because I love these pine cones and I love the branches underneath as well. So I always say when I want to find something easy to do and then I look at it and I'm like, you know what? I am not a fan of paper as much as I am of fabric, so maybe that's my problem. All right, so this one is Homeward Bound 2. I do love this one, and I think I like it more or less because the lettering is ombre, which I find very fascinating. And this is where we're at. So I did work on the Mary at the top. I finished that part, and then I worked on the Christmas, and then I ran out of a color, so guess what? Of course I stopped. And that's where we're at, and then I pulled myself over here to work on the house. But believe it or not, there's not many stitches in this house. This house is mostly backstitch. I have finished most of that house. Isn't that really interesting? The backstitching in that house is going to be like everything. So, pretty neat. She'll come out eventually, like I said, but I don't know what she's going to get done with her this year. So, that's going to be a mystery on all my whips. Have to come back in my next video so I can talk about my plans. Alright, this one you've all seen before. That goes with that one. This is called Amazing Grace. I do love this piece immensely. It is probably one of my most favorite hymns. We've sang it all over and over and over again, and it's just one of my most favorite, period. Cannot wait to hang this in my house. And this is where we're at on that. So I got pretty much all the verses down, and I got to work on the border. I did work on this border over here, and then I did some down here and did some over there. I will tell you, I think the border on this one is not my favorite, so every time I try to work on it, I just find myself not liking it, so I'm going to have to power through because it's not my favorite at all. I did start this on May 10th of 2018. I see a trend here when it comes to Mania. Maybe I'll do something different this year. Maybe I will take all my Mania pieces that I have had this year, or that I started on that date, and work on them. So, I will have to finish this a little bit later. I gotta go pick up the grandbaby, and so I will be back. Alright, next day, we're gonna wrap up this Wip Parade. So, the next project I have has been a long-time project. Most of you who have been here for a while already know this. And as if you can't tell, I'm still sick. This is my trick-or-treat aid. This is what it looks like. I don't exactly have a ton of photos for it. But this, and it's massive, is where we are at. So that's the side. Can I even get, sorry, there's magnets on here holding on to all my beauties. Is that a magnet? Oh, don't do that. Sorry about that. That wasn't a magnet, that was a needle. I hope I didn't pull that too much. And this is where we are at. Good gravy. I love these things, but man, when they get together, they're not easy. See? Terrible. Okay. Can we get in there? There we go. Over. So, we have gotten a lot done. However, there's still so much more that needs to be done. And I literally almost forgot this project in the house. So, that's one of them. Alright. The next one that I have is the Christmas Stitcher. This is by Letty Eckbridge. I've purchased this a long time ago, but for some reason I love her. I love her. I love her. I think she's amazing. This is stitched on Colonial Parchment by Fabrics by Stephanie, and this is where we are at. I don't even think I touched her this past year. Oops, you know we're going to do that. Come on. Get this out of here. So, she hasn't gotten any love But you know what? We'll fix that. This year, she's going to get fixed. I saved the balloon from the fire. My granddaughter's talking about it. Okay. For this one, I actually tried to take them out in advance, so hopefully it's easier for me to put away. Next one that I do have, you guys have probably seen this before, like a million times. Practically perfect in every way. This is done by Picture This Plus. It's called Calypso. It's on 28 Count Lugana. Didn't get much done on this either. You can't even see that teal. It's like a teal. This is not the color. See if I can put it. Nope. It's like a teal green. It's actually really super pretty. So, got that one. Has anyone kept up on whips? Not me. I bet you guys can't guess what I'm doing next. Just a small project, but I do love Hawaiian. And this is where we're at with that. Still in the stitch thing. I have no idea. Maybe someday I'll finish. I did find that February, by the way. It was in this tote. This, and the reasons why I brought that up is because this is also the Cricket Collection. This is May. And I'm stitching this also on 28 count, but I do believe this is just a thread by, or just a fabric. Aviana! And I just did the A. Not very far from being done, but I actually really do like it. It's very beautiful. I'll get that done. The needle back in there so I don't forget it. That's what a 5-year-old does. Alright, let me get this one. And this, I actually was stitching with the PD Stitcher, Tamara. And I absolutely love this. This is called Have Faith, and it's by Country Gardens. This is number 7 in their Songbird Garden series. I actually plan on doing all of these. I've had so much fun stitching this. I haven't gotten back to it, but I can show you where I'm at with it. And this is being stitched on 40 count pewter Newcastle linen. It is a Picture This Plus fabric as well. Let me get, oh, is it right here? It's already done. I have finished the bluebird, and I have finished a few of the flowers. I love this fabric, by the way. There we go. It's like not wanting to. Isn't that bluebird beautiful? He's gorgeous. And then the flowers, I think there's 2 here, and then over here comes up from the bluebird, like almost right there on the tail part of it. It hasn't come up yet. It comes up through here, and then there's 3 more bells up here. But believe it or not, those bells went fast. Those bells were super fast to stitch, and this is where the house is. So I really don't have a ton to do. I'm looking at the photo at the same time here. So there's not a ton. She looks gorgeous. I'm really super excited. I actually do not know where Tamara is on this one, but you know what? I'm sure I'll find out soon. If she's not already finished with it. Because, you know, the owl, my friend, is already done with her owl. So, let me see. This one, oh yes. So this one is the Beatrix Potter. This is all the bunny rabbits. In the 1980s, these were popular. I'm currently doing, I don't know if it shows bigger pictures of it or not. Nope. I'm currently going to do this one. I'm working on this one right here. And I really like this one because it reminds me of family. And I'm going to gift it to my daughter. Her room was all bunnies and Beatrice Potter, so I really liked it a lot. And this is where we are at. I didn't get a ton done, but little bunny tail this way. So this way. Yep. So I really would like to get more of this done. Yeah, she'll come out this year. For sure. If you watch my January update, or whatever it is, it'll come out this year. You'll see. Next one that I have, I think other than Dimensions and Santas, I am a huge Saturday evening post. I absolutely love it, and this is one of my, Norman Rockwell is literally one of my favorite artists. I swear, I don't know why, but I have some paintings, I have some drawings, I have a couple stitchers that I absolutely love, and this one just made me happy because this is what this is how we dressed up when we were younger. So it made me, I was tickled when I saw the sheets on this one, so I had to start stitching it. I did hand dye this fabric myself, so let me go from here. And this is where I did stitch on this a little bit this past year. I have left the faces. They look kind of ghastly, but I have left the faces. I am going to be doing the faces 1/1 and their hands as well. So I have one hand here. You can tell that's holding on to it. So any of the hands and faces I am going to do 1/1. But I really loved, I actually thought I did fairly well with the dye job. Look at that. I really love it. So again, we'll be coming back out this year. I have noticed that some of these Saturday evening posts, they've got like 1,000 colors in them, and their stitches, they got quarter stitches, half stitches, you name it, they got it all. This is one that I had to restart. I did start this in May of 2018, and I didn't do bad on this. This was actually an everyday stitch for a while, and then I stopped, but I did get quite a lot of stitches in. So I'm pretty happy with where it's at a little bit, just to get updated on it. See, I got most of the flowers on the bottom completed. Here we go. So I got most of the flowers on the bottom completed. There are some, I'm like looking at it up and down. I did get quite a lot done. So really, technically, I just got to do her top half. I will do her skin 1/1 if I can. And I will also just, the words will be fairly quickly, and then it'll be back stitching. So I'm pretty happy with where that went. Okay. And if you hear my plans for 2026, you'll know that will also be coming out maybe more than once. All right, this, again, you weren't going to be too unsurprised about this. I do love this. I'm a big eagle. I love eagles. When we lived in Alaska, that's all we saw. The mountains remind me, this whole thing reminds me of Alaska. I love this piece. Do I stitch it enough? Absolutely not. And in fact, I probably won't. There we go. Yep. All these threads are everywhere. The last time this probably came out was probably like in 2022. When I did that, however many it was. I love the colors. I love the variations. I love the mountains. Definitely needs to see more daylight is what it needs to see. All right. Get that one done. Again, you probably aren't gonna, you're gonna see a theme in all of my videos. Dimensions, once again, checking his list. I did get kind of far on this one last time, which I really appreciated all the love I put into it, but still not completely done yet. He looks good though. I really do like this one. It's so pretty. Believe it or not, stitching this green and stuff like that, that is so difficult. There's 5 threads and it pulls through on this fabric and it's so hard to do. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with where he's at. I think we can get some good stitches in him again this year. I am trying to put these back in the bag whenever I get a chance, because then I won't. If anyone's ever done a Wip Parade, you know the hot messness that happens after a Wip Parade. in the cleanup. And I'm trying to prevent that massive cleanup because it's a nightmare. All right. This is Goodnight, and it is a Sue Hills design. I loved this. I do believe I stitched on this a little bit this past year. I find it to be fairly not difficult stitch, but there, if you think you can blend reds, there is so many reds in here that it is, and I think I ran out, and that's probably why I stopped. But I do have pretty much his jacket, I have his gloves, and half of his pants. Because on the other side of this pant is his hat, his boots are here, and then I have to do his socks. And then just, and to all a good night. Look at all those reds. You can kind of see them, but it gives it so much dimension, and it's so good. And then, of course, I have to do the back stitching. But it's really good, actually. So, not a terrible one to stitch. Fairly easy, in my opinion. And, hey. Spring Fairy. I would love to do all of them. There is an autumn, winter, spring, and fall. A couple people I've seen stitching the fall one. I've seen a couple people finish this one, and I would like to do that eventually. However, I don't have very many in here. Imagine that. So, this is where we are at, and I believe that is a wing, but I could be wrong. Actually, so it goes like this. There we go. Nope. Flip it. There we go, because I saw a hand, that's why. I really do love the colors in this. These colors are stunning. So, I really, 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 really love this. So I do these in 10 by 10 blocks. I can explain that on one of my next videos. It just seems to be working for me with the dimensions kits, and I really love doing it. It is probably, in my opinion, one of the fastest ways to do it, and I like it a lot. Okay, one pile. Now let's scoot this other pile up to me. All right, this next one, well, you guys have seen it a couple times, I think. This actually came from a holiday catalog book. It's, shoot, almost said a bad word. But I'll have to stop that and get that towards the end of it. All right, and so you've all seen it. This, again, should be pretty much a completed piece. It does need to be beaded, and I do need to work on her skin. We're going to use this because I think this is going to be the best bet for this. My light board. But honestly, it works good. I didn't even think about it until I started doing it. So I have worked on the tree. Her dress is complete. I need to finish her hair, I need to finish her face, and then her arms. And then beading is pretty much all that is left to do. She's beautiful. I absolutely love her. She's gorgeous. This is done on fractionals. I think it's called fractionals. Here it is. It is frozen fractionals. It is done by hand dyed by Stephanie. It is 28 count Lugana opal. So we will put her on the, honestly, she's so close to a finish that she's going to go right in that pile of like amazingness, and we will get her completed this year. There shouldn't be enough to, you know what I'm saying, hold her up, so she'll go in that pile. There's only actually like 4 of them in that pile, but it's enough to make me crazy. Let's see. This one's been in my whips for quite some time. I think this is actually my first realist that I've done. Again, you know I like the wine. I have not done a ton on this in the past year. We are going to also do that board because I think it's going to be the easiest thing to do. This is on black fabric. I don't know about you guys, but black fabric is not the easiest thing to stitch on. How's that? Does that work? Bring it over a little bit. So I have the wine glasses done. I do have some of the grapes done. It's actually very beautiful. It's very beautiful. You can see the stems on it really well. I do like that. Again, probably something that could be completed pretty quickly, but I think it's all about time. Time. What is that? And believe it or not, I think there's a lot that I don't even know where all my stuff is. So I don't technically think this is 100% all my whips. I'll keep you updated. Because I'm sure I'm going to find some after this. I don't know why. I just know it. Another Dimensions. This is Home for the Holidays. I just love the whole home thing. I would actually hang this in my home. I love it. I did a lot of work one year on this and thought I did pretty well, but I haven't picked it up since. She really is a gorgeous piece. So I just have to work on this side of it and this top section. I say just. Like I could be done tomorrow. There's that one. Okay, this one I was working on for my child. I think she'll still like it. It's a Dimensions. This one is called Twilight Silhouette. It actually is really beautiful. And this is where I got on this one. In fact, there's still needle and thread. That's crazy. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? I just think it's stunning. It's definitely something I'm going to come back to. Let me get in the back. This is something for my husband that I have been not working on as much as I should. This is from Primrose Needlework. It's 272 words. It is the bicentennial for the Gettysburg Address. And it's massive. So it is gorgeous, and I will work on it again, but it is pretty massive. It's not technically hard, but it's a lot of words, and not that that's a bad thing, just that, yeah, that would be an amazing finish this year. I would find that to be one of my top 10 if I could actually make that happen, but it's not on my list. Not that anything's really on my list to finish this year. I'm not having high expectations. I do not have a photo of this or with me, but this is what it's going to look like when it's finished. I did purchase this on Etsy many moons ago, and when I mean many moons ago, like I was still in Alaska, so it's got to be well over 10, 12 years. This is the project where I had 3/4 of it done. I did not like the way stitching was turning out on it, so I tossed it. And I started it over again. And that's where I'm at. I do love how the stitching is on this one now. It's beautiful. It's laying gorgeous. It is, and I was doing this in a 10 by 10 up and 10 by 10 down. This is the Modeller's Map. It really is awesome. And I really do love this. And I really can't wait to see this finished so I can hang it up on my wall. I love it. So there's that. And this is another patchwork thing that I did from Purple Peppermint. I never get this thing right. Peppermint Purple is the first time that I did black work, and this is their pattern. And this was a 2020 stitch along. They have one every year, but that was one that I did with them. I stitched it on this fabric, which is from Fiberlicious. I forget what the name of it is. Do I even have it in here? I don't. But this is where I'm at, and I'm doing this with Weeks Dye Works. I'm loving the variegation. So the border is a blue. So the border's a blue. It's silk. They're all hand-dyed silks. Let me see. I actually purchased more of this because I knew I would never get enough. So this one's Aquamarine by Dinky Dyes. That's what this one is right here. Ooh, this is the Dinky Dyes. That is not that color. Let's see. Nope. Ooh, a little bit better. It is an aquamarine. It shows up on the fabric a little bit better than it does on this. So there you go. It's an aquamarine, and then the other variegation that I'm using is called Squash. It's by Weeks Dye Works. It's perfect. Yep, Weeks Dye Works, and it's Squash. I had this for a different project for a really long time ago, and I just wanted to use it, and I really think that it is coming along. I mean, it is what it is. But I love this fabric. It's the yellow. See, that's coming in really well. But I've never done black work before, so I actually think it looks amazing. When I finish this, I'm actually turning this into a project bag. So I'm really super stoked to see what it looks like. So we will see. Put all that in here. I was doing one a week for a while, and then I stopped because life. Believe it or not, everybody's going to understand that word. They all know. Everybody knows. Life just happens, and things happen, and yeah, right? All right, and then this is from Mystic Stitch. This is a large project. I was working on this for my daughter, and eventually I'll end up giving it to her. Will it happen anytime soon? Probably not, and I can't even tell you like where I'm at in it because I didn't. Oh, I know exactly where I'm at in it. It's his mustache. Does it go this way? Yeah, it does. This is his little goatee. It's actually really cute, and the stitching is really nice. I'm doing this 2 over 2. So I really think it's going to be beautiful once it gets done. Let me see. Now let me pause this real quick so I can get the stitching that fell on the floor. We're back. All projects that fell to the floor have been recovered. So my next project, which you guys did see this, I did start it in 2025, is, and I did actually work on it a ton in 2025. So let me show you what. Did I lose the paper? I probably did. Where is it? Go figure, I can't find the paper. It's right on the floor somewhere. I don't remember who this is from. I'm going to post it all right here because I will find the piece of paper once the video is done. But it was the frogs that some of you saw. And the colorations in these frogs are amazing. Look at what I got done. So I'm literally on the last page. This is the last page. Check it out. I love it. I think that this has been the funnest, but I'll tell you, the color changes in these frogs has been immense. So, yeah, I love these frogs. So they will come out again. I don't know if they'll get as much activity as they did in 2025, but we're gonna try. We're gonna see where we're just gonna see where we get. Another amazing, not gonna surprise you at all. Sweet Dreams Stocking. I love this one. And Dimensions. And I don't think we've gotten very far on this. I'd like to get farther. But it is what it is. It's literally his hand holding the sack. But it's amazing that you can stitch so little and have such great detail in it. Maybe that's what makes Dimensions like so. They do a really great job when it comes to like their coloration and all the things. Maybe that's why I like them so much. I don't really know what, but yeah. I really don't know why I should feel guilty about any of this because I love it all, but I actually got this one for my husband so that I could surprise him with it. We haven't gotten far enough. However, I am using the called for threads in the kit, but I did change out the fabric. So this literally is all I've gotten done. Because I really did not like the fabric that it started with, so I had to restart it, and yeah, I did not. The fabric was the worst, scratchiest fabric that I've ever stitched in. Dimensions is not known for great. It's all Aida, and it's not that it's a bad thing, it's just that it scratches everything, and I don't. Sometimes I can rough it up and make it better, but sometimes you just can't, and that's terrible. And the last but not least is Cardinals on the Sled. I love this, and this will probably hang in my house all year once it's finished. I absolutely love it. I did not get anywhere this past year with it, but however, I mean, there's some progress. So this one I've done differently than all the other dimensions. There's been a color up here, or I've done I don't even know. I don't even know. Maybe I'll use this for like a contest or something. I don't even know what I did, but I have ripped out lots of threads, and I think this is why I've done what I do now with my dimensions, because I didn't like miscounting and I didn't like doing other stuff. So yeah, still really nice. Like I said, I know there are going to be other projects that I have missed that I have not put in here, either because they're in my storage unit or there's some other place. I don't know, but once I find them, I will just add them into the routine, add them into my stuff, and do all of my things. But I appreciate you guys for hanging in there. Did y'all count the numbers? I'll count them and put them at the end of the video. So I thank you guys very much, and I can't wait to show you all the progress for 2026. Thank you guys so much. Loves. Bye.